Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Hey guys, Silvertorn here. Welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania, Order of Ecclesia. Now then, I know last time I said we were going to go talk to Barlowe, but instead we're going to talk to Surge here. He has 3 side quests and they're really easy to do, and the reward is actually pretty nice. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to play hide and seek. We just have to find him. It's pretty easy. He was only going to hide in the village, so yeah. But he's only going to give us a prize. Oh man, you're the best hider ever, Surge. The best. But a reward for that was red drops. Now, I've already gone over what drops do beforehand, but I'm gonna go over them again once I get them all. Because, spoilers, the rest of his rewards are also gonna be drops. Ever seen an owl? It's a good look if you see one. We've seen a ton of owls. We really have. Owls are jerks. But he wants to see one because it's good luck. Well, as luck would have it, at some point I managed to get my hands on the zombie. Here's one. Summons owls to soundlessly descend.
Come here.
Sup, owl. And that's pretty much how you beat this quest. You just have the owl summoned out and it shows him. And if you wait long enough, the owl lands on his head. Okay, yeah. Yep, that's totally a real owl, kid. And here's the present he gives us. It's more drops. Gee, why am I not surprised? And blind tag. So tag when it's dark out. It's actually not the easiest thing, all things considered. I mean, I'd be pretty bad at it too. Can Shinoa even properly feel fear when she doesn't have her emotions? I suppose she could. There are some primal fears and everything else. Anyway, this here is just a little sound, or he gives you these hints on where he is. I'm right in front of him. I don't know if he always goes to this spot, but the last several times I've done this, he's been in that spot, which is why I headed there immediately. Yeah. And reward for that is green drops. That is every quest he has to do, and let me show you what those items do. Now then, in the past, I've used black drops. Black drops, as you saw there briefly, it says it raises attribute points. So you see on the screen here, over to the right of where the cursor is, there is the sign with the symbol, elements on them and a number next to it. The element is your, I'm going to say affinity, and your affinity influences how much damage those elements will do for you. So there's 2 ways to raise them. You can either attack with the element a lot, and it will raise it up. That's why my slash is as high as it is. I use slash a lot. And by using drops, you can also raise it by 1,000. And drops are, quite simply, the fastest way to raise it. Now then, I don't remember if it is a word I'm looking for. If it is, I also want to change a glyph. What glyph do I want to put on here? I don't really want to have any glyph on there in particular. I don't remember if it is damage done or hits done that will raise your attribute, but it's a thing to keep in mind. Now then, we're gonna save in here, and it's gonna be apparent soon enough why we're gonna save. You've probably already figured it out, to be honest. You've probably already figured it out. It's a nice door. It's the only door like that in the entire game. This little first scene is also completely like the bad ending. It's kind of nice. They're kind of fitting in that way almost. Yes and no, Barlowe. He wanted something, and he wanted it very much, and him wanting that did lead to his death, but I don't believe at this point it is the same thing. Well, I suppose Shinoa didn't want to die. That is true. And actually, Albus wouldn't have wanted us to do the ritual at all. We've already found that out completely. Yeah. And so the world's greatest hope will rise. Excellent choice of words. Barlowe is about to be called out on his shit. I kind of like that Shinoa is just standing up to him without a second thought here. Without a single second thought. And she is very good at calling Barlowe out on his shit. I approve, Shinoa. And, of course, if you catch a compulsive liar, I suppose he wouldn't be a compulsive liar, but if you catch someone who is wrapped in a web of lies, in the middle of their lies, they tend to start to falter. And that is exactly what Barlowe is doing. Faltering left, right, and center. I also love that the master is, when she says master, it's in quotes, because I cannot help but imagine the Dr. Evil air quotes. Would you care to explain that, master? I, of course, don't have a webcam for you to see me actually doing the air quotes, but whatever. I have no clue where I'd put that anyway. Mankind does need her, that is absolutely correct, Barlowe. But not for the reason you think. And the crazy face is back. I also like that Shinoa's first instinct is to get away from him. It shows that she has some common sense. That is a rare thing. And at this point, we get to see the depths of Barlowe's madness. And Barlowe is quite insane. His only goal is to use Dominus on this seal. And you can start to get the feeling that this isn't quite for the reason that was initially planned. Good luck with that, Barlowe. Alright, boss time. Now, Barlowe is an interesting fight. He has several attacks. He's got this little fireball attack, which kind of has a bit of tracking on it. He can teleport around a little bit. Come on, grab it. Damn it, I didn't get Globus in time. This spell, like the Cerbatus you can get from Albus, is you can only get it in this fight. He's the only enemy that drops it, and if you fail to steal it, you just don't steal it. And since I've stolen it, I get to kind of unload onto him. Now then he has a few other attacks, just 2 I believe. So hopefully I'll be able to show off both of those attacks, because the one in particular I like. I really like the one attack in particular. So, oh man, I've wasted 2 of those. I don't know if there's much of a good way to deal with that aside from just dodging it like I do. And a side note, a lot of his attack... Yes. I like that attack. He has one other attack which he's yet to use. If he doesn't use it, I can describe it. Oh, here it is. Perfect. He just uses that on the ground and the entire thing freezes. If you're on the ground, you take damage. Nothing too special. And now we've seen every attack that Barlowe will do. And you can pretty much see good ways to dodge them. I've already taken... And yes, he will track your vertical level with that attack, and he can very easily combo you. If he catches you on the first hit, it is very easy for him to hit you with every subsequent attack. Like that. I think the tower ring gives you the knockback ignoring enough to be able to get out of the way, but if he catches you early on, it is very likely that you will get caught by every single one. And the best way to, of course... Oh man, I killed him. Best way to dodge that is just to wait till he's already appeared and started moving, and then jump away. Barlowe is an interesting boss fight. I kind of like how he goes. I say that there's a lot of shit's interesting. I say that a lot of shit's interesting as well. Yeah. Yeah. It's a seal, not a vessel. Well, technically it is the vessel of Dracula's soul, but the goal of Dominus is not to destroy the vessel and Dracula's soul. It is only to destroy the seal and resurrect Dracula. Yeah. Barlowe does have somewhat of a point with this comment, but nonetheless, he is very much mad. Very much insane. Yeah, and this expression kind of seals it. Just a little bit, Shinoa. Shinoa is not blind to this. Shinoa's actually more aware than you realize. But of course, the game isn't over here. Why would it ever be over at this point? I mean, we've yet to fight Dracula. The game at this point is about 2/3 the way over, I figure. Maybe halfway. Somewhere in that area. I was giving you props earlier, Shinoa, for getting away from Barlowe when he gave his insane face. Now you did nothing to try and stop him. Nothing! But of course, this couldn't be a Castlevania game if we don't go into Castlevania. Well, technically, Dracula's castle. It's Castlevania, I don't freaking care. And you are not technically correct, Shinoa. You do still have your purpose. The purpose of Ecclesia was to find a way to defeat Dracula, despite the warping that Barlowe did. And you're still around, and Dracula is currently lurking out in the foothills of whatever part of Europe I'm assuming we're in. So, probably gonna have to go to Dracula's castle next. We should probably heal first. Heal before I go into Dracula's castle, because we got a bit of time left, so I'm going to go into Dracula's castle. Dracula's castle, there's a lot to Dracula's castle, to be honest. Dracula's castle is pretty darn big. Let's see, there's a bunch of side quests around town, obviously enough. I'm not that terribly worried about most of them. Yeah, because the only thing I think about that I'd even want to get is just too expensive to buy. The Nightmare Gate. I kind of feel bad that the image is kind of ruined with, since the screens are side by side, not vertical. Yep, and as I said, your mission still remains to defeat Dracula. The morning sun come to vanquish this horrible night. I know that's a quote from some earlier Castlevania game. I think it's Castlevania 2. I'm not sure. But regardless, welcome properly inside Castlevania. Now, the Castlevania is a big area. Why is that on Sir Pages? That should be on Hammer Time. Put that on Hammer Time. Oh. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so Like I said before, Castlevania is big. Very big. And we got a bunch of new enemies in here. We got the Peeping Eye. Peeping Eye, I'm 95%... I'm probably going to do the side quest next video anyway. Maybe not next video, but after the next boss. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Gargoyle. Gargoyle. Oh, by the way, the red skeleton, which I killed earlier, it's not dead. They crumble and get back up. That's why they give no experience, because you could technically farm them. But... oh no, Flemin! Flemin and another Peeping Eye. Hate Fleeman. Hate Fleeman. Also, that enemy there, Black Panther. Black Panther, I actually really want to get her soul for a few... or not her soul, her glyph, for a few reasons. Yeah, I'll save. Yeah, I'll save. Saving never hurts. Yeah, Castlevania is a big area, so I'm going to be doing a lot in here, and I'm going to get their glyph because it's a nice glyph. Man, I got knocked back into the previous room. I'm not expecting to easily get that glyph either, because that is not a common glyph. Oh yeah, you're alive again. But I got max hearts up. So many hearts, not nearly enough hearts. Alright, let me see. Actually, there's one interesting thing in this room. Right above this blood skeleton, there's a destroyable area where you can get tasty meat. If I recall, that is the only area in the game proper where tasty meat will drop. You can get it out of green chests in the channel, the area where we found Rusalka, whatever it was. I think it's Rusalki. The area where you fought her, you can find in green chests tasty meat. And I'm going to want to hang on to that tasty meat because it is needed for a side quest. And it's kind of a pain to get otherwise. I have taken so much damage. Give me your glyph. Not giving me your glyph. Alright, was there anything over here? Was there anything over here? No, I don't think there's nothing over there. I also really like the bone decor. You're doing wonders with this place. Oop, be careful. You're doing wonders with this place, Dracula. You really are. Also, ghouls. Ghouls are like the upgraded zombie. And instead of rotten meat, they drop, I think it's spoiled milk. We'll probably get some spoiled milk at some point. Let's see if I can kill Cat Girl. Nope. I really, really want to get your soul. I'm probably going to farm it off of her. Yeah, I'm just going to... oh, perfect. I don't have to farm it. I can get her soul right now. Arma Felix grants cat-like abilities. Now then, why this soul is so amazing is I'm not going to show it off right away why it's amazing. I will show off what it does. Turns into a cat. Who's wearing like a corset and bondage gear. Right. Now then, I would consider using it on this map, but that red skeleton there is a jerk. I need to put some bits on that. I do not know I have the clip on there. And the serpent... crap, I'm poisoned. Crap, I'm poisoned. Poison bad, poison bad, let's get out of here. Now, of course, this area has different areas, and it kind of has that little loading screen like most Castlevania games do, actually. Alright. Kill you as best as I can while I am poisoned. And I'm no longer poisoned. Perfect. Yep, that sounds like he died. I think he died. Ugh, you I need to kill, though, before I can actually get up there. Alright. I believe they actually used, like, I don't want to say it's a tile set, like this design in the Harmony to Despair games for some areas. As for why cat form is awesome, Black Panthers, they no longer attack you. They are on your side, and they can really hurt things. You also get health back whenever you attack, much like the werebat form. And that there was Draculina. I believe this is the only game where you see a Draculina. I don't know either. Werecat also is kind of powerful, to be honest. I'm somewhat fond of it. Now, beyond the lunge attack there, you do have that attack. I got full health for that. And I just like that the Black Panthers don't even bother attacking you while you have this form up. Draculina! Give you one more. Darn it. One more. Such a weird enemy, to be honest. Oh god! Run. Get up here. Alright. So then. Really? Really? What the crap? What in the world? Alright. Anyway, Tin Man. I haven't actually killed one before. You do enough damage, it's about half health, and it kind of keels over and releases a minigun. At this point, you can kind of just kneel in front of it and be fine. And it can drop gold ore, so that's actually really useful. I don't like fighting them nonetheless, though. I'm going to change this over to Sorbetis now. Because reasons. Like that I like it. And the white Forma. And cat form. Alright, so this area here, by the way, is... I'm going to make a note of it right now. It is probably going to be a hub-type area in this, in the castle for you. And by that I mean it's going to be the one that you're going to visit the most commonly. And the reason for that is quite simple. Chest there, by the way. Get max MP up. But the reason for that is quite simple. If we go over here, we will see that there is a warp. If you come over to this side, gee, I wonder what's going to be on this side. I wonder what's going to be on this side. Save room. I believe in all of Castlevania itself, the Dracula's Castle part of it, this is the closest warp and, or rather the safest to get to of the warp and save points. So I'm going to save here. We've gotten pretty decently into Castlevania at this point. Got a bit more to go, a lot more to do. I'm still debating on if I want to actually go off and do side questy things soon. I may not. I'm probably going to do it after I get that point. No, I'm going to do it after I get that. I know I'm going to do it. Okay. I know when I'm going to do it. So not for a little while. So this has been Silverthorn Let's Play Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. We've defeated Barlowe. Barlowe awoke Dracula. Now we're going to try to defeat Dracula. It's going to be fun. So much fun. See you guys all next time. Later.